Pronto? Mo sì, mo sì. Mo sì, mo sì. Mo sì. Come va? Pronto? Ui, ci siamo. Ci siamo. Andiamo a riscaldarci. Io e chi non lo so, ma adesso condivido il link. Ui ui. Ui ui. Che cazzo si fa, Gesù Cristo? Condividi, che cazzo sta? Che cazzo si fa, Gesù Cristo? Verdi. Vado a fare un paro di tiri, un bicchiere d'acqua e iniziamo. Ma speriamo che Vivaldi non ci denunzia. Eccoci qua, ci siamo. Nuova partita. Come lo vogliamo giocare? Normale, difficile, storia. Vogliamo rompere i coglioni, difficile. Io dovrei normale. Ma altri stanno guardando.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Troppo grasso. Ops. Vabbè, tanto nessuno mi segue, quindi non sono queste cose, quindi questi cazzi. Io che cazzo. Bello però, molto peluto, non alle spalle.
Where'd he gone?
Su curva. Come si sente? Oh, cazzo! Madonna! Puoi scappare, ok, grazie. Ok, stiamo avendo un po' d'ansia. Andiamo. Corri. Lo fai spesso, ma adesso devi correre. Una fuori. Mortal Force. Ma che qua? Spettacolo.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers.
No,
I'll
vabbè,
let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Oh, sta tanto impallito, eh.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Ci sta.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
Oh, simultaneo.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Non come negli anni.
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work.
Ok, questo è lo stesso posto del primo gioco, Cauldron Lake. Quindi ci troviamo nello stesso posto circondariato.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene.
Ci siamo
There's the car,
FBI.
so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
È la stessa mappa di invito. Sì.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some, organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, but you know, inside.
Ok, quindi siamo proprio degli agenti, cioè stiamo facendo le domande. Diamo
I want
un'occhiata
to
al
see the
corpo.
body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Personaggi questi due rincoglioniti. Incontra la gente torta, no,
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far.
Come
Make sure I'm
facciamo?
seeing the clues clearly.
Come facciamo ad analizzare? Oh, ma che c'era la bascia, vera. Luogo mentale. What the fuck? Come analizziamo? Su cazzo. Tu che cazzo fai? Si ascolta la musica lui. Bastardo.
I need to think through the facts of the case.
Oh, ok. Tabellone del caso. Ma
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field
Spettacolo.
office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
il tabellone che lei si chiama Saga. Allora, gli omicidi di Condor. Il tabellone a caso è scemo da cerchio. Vabbè. Proviamo ad usarlo, vediamo un attimo di che si tratta. Una serie di omicidi si sono verificati presso la città di Bright Falls. Trovare i collegamenti ci aiuterà a rintracciare l'assassino. C'è una differenza tra i omicidi, confino che unico aspetto in comune nei cadaveri. Vabbè, questo è palesemente quello là di prima, il Ricciardone. Su quei bastardi che abbiamo visto prima, palesemente. Sì, quello si è salvato, questo qua si è salvato, questo invece si è crevato. Questi erano dei tipi, questo è il ciardo, Percy Wolf. Ci siamo, abbiamo già capito. È andata. Profilo assassino. Secondo me su quei pazzi scatenati. Tecnica, sì, allora. Hanno pure crocifisso a quello. Vabbè, sta a posto. Come si fa? Che bel cervello che c'ha sta Crista. Sulla mappa forse tecniche di geolocalizzazione. Non ci fa vedere però tutte le zone. Vabbè, importante, cosa importantissima.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started.
Come mette
Let's
giù
head
in
down the
campo?
hill to the crime scene. Hey, Casey.
Bellissimo!
Better detective than I am. You've cracked
Istantaneo.
cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring?
Oh, questi
You
sono
know what happens to
30
cops who
secondi.
say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Campionato di Dirty Bradford, l'intera famiglia di Sally Upton è stata in grado di trovare una ragazza e trionfare un'importante competizione dei suoi ragazzi. La vittoria in un gioco che assiste solo il mondo virtuale. Il gioco in questione è Mega Baking Star, in cui i giocatori competono a realizzare le volte più gustose e dolci per la finale per una giuria online. Bradford sarà una prossima serie per questa grande vittoria. Ma una camminata al giorno toglie la depressione di torno. Sarà anche un luglio caldo e soleggiato, ma mai troppo pressione senza preoccuparsi di giri significativa che vi aspettano. Così, nel grande schema che segue i giorni, ovviamente, avete perso la vostra di probabilmente no. Per una voi è dimostrato che le camminate sono incredibilmente bene gratuitamente e le uscire a fare una situazione di portare una torcia nel caso faccia buio. Ci sta, perché però voglio leggere gli altri. Questo fine settimana la signora Amanda Smith è riconosciuta con stato dorato cane Coffee Bean, ragione del caffè, CB, come lo chiama la sua padrona. È scoperta che 3 giorni, CB. La signora Smith temeva che non sarebbe più rivista il suo migliore quando mi hanno chiamato non dichiarato di aver detto sto sognando almeno 7 o 8 volte. Si è trattata in realtà di 9 volte, ho confermato. Vabbè, cazzo pensavo, caos, raptus, follia, cottage, vacanze. Uomo identificato, attacchi villeggianti nella cuore della notte, domenica, di lì alla sera del barbecue. Se ne entrerà sabato, guarda una pressione insieme, sono attaccati di sera, però guarda, vabbè, sì, succedono cose strane a Bright Falls. Oh, spettacolo, spettacolo. Giusto, bravi. Sentì lo scout.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that.
Bene. Mighty Mountain from High.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Di qua che c'è? No, vedi la mappa. Ma la mappa io devo fare sempre sta tarantella, no? Ecco, vedi.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Ah, quindi posso cioè, esplorare proprio liberamente.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. And the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Oh, aspetta un po'.
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Sì, io qui.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
I don't know.
Step 1. Examine the corpse. Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Just as we arrive in town. Coincidence? The killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. Think, Saga. Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with.
This makes 4 murders that we know about. Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Oh, mi lascio mettere, adesso ho fatto belle buone con la stanza. Aspettavo. Non ci fatto niente.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Ugh.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake, before his murder. This mug always cheers me up. My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic. If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softie Casey is.
Ma Casey quindi c'è l'altro tipo, il padre, cioè sono marito e moglie.
The Mile High Strangler case. Proud of that one. The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message. Someone knew they were here, someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
già nella storia.
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. A witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder. I should profile Nightingale about this page. I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Makes sense. I think I saw some.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up. Only...
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside,
Che
the
cazzo
awful
è?
truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
È tarantella.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Ma dove stava io così?
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative to do... what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Comunque ci abbiamo fatto un bagno, vedi? Oh, okay.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Che bello. Cos'è questo? Un generatore.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Dove siamo?
I want to walk around for a minute.
Oh,
You know where to find me.
ma queste cose me le posso leggere onestamente, con tutto il bene. Vabbè, non è una di uccidere. Oh.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the walk.
Un attimo di pausa.
The front. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Allora, al momento diciamo che non mi sembra di aver visto collezionabili. Questa starà qua, vita. Aspettate, la fermata del pullman. Vabbè, ciao. Praticamente nel primo tu trovi i termos di caffè perché lui è uno scrittore, quindi uso di caffè. Qua fanno poi il festival del cervo, si mangia bene.
Oh dear. Cute.
La strada non so perché è diroccata. Qua mi sa che è dove inizia il primo. Traccano le navi. Lo scende e va al bar.
The FBI.
È proprio lui.
Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree. The cult of the tree. Cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found her. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Pochino, perché mi stai mentendo? Così.
How can you be so calm?
Corpses.
Non ho trovato. Non pensare.
The cult of the tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful.
C'è un
Do
tipo
me
che
a
gli
favor.
parla.
Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
The fuck? E userei subito l'abilità perché mi cazzo vuole questo.
So, Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces. Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious. But soon enough, there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
Hey,
Che spettacolo. Questa qua è la stessa che c'era nel primo gioco. Chiaramente è fatta meglio.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears
vediamo
that
la
I'm lost
puntata.
in the woods. It only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear. Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh, wow. Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine. And I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Janko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. And that's why, at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours, we say, fuck the government. We have bolt cutters. Oh, wow. You think of everything. And we'll take you anywhere. Hiking through the scenic Elderwood National Park. Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak. A tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
Agent?
Io si sedge. Allora.
As you know, the investigation is being taken over by the federal agents. Sheriff Breaker wants us to cooperate fully.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
I'm being serious, Nelson.
Insomma, non faccio me mi metto. Guarda questa luce che è bella. Un po' troppo.
Yeah, I don't know about you folks, but I don't care for all these gruesome murders and whatnot right here in our wholesome little town. It's not what I signed up for.
This line of work is not for the faint of heart.
Faint of...
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Can't open this with my bare hands.
Something
about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
Mamma ha fatto benissimo. Cioè, le ambientazioni.
Okay. Let's take a look at outpatient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me?
Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Ah, sì. Può essere.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water, post-mortem. It doesn't add up. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal.
Ferita difesa sulla vittima.
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there? We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Schifo, senza guanti. No, no, non toccare le mani.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Oh, fuck.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Go! Vanished.
Wow. Spettacolo, perché c'è anche l'outro. Ah.
Since I fell down this rabbit hole, I love you so, but I had to go to find something of my own. I see the pattern in my mind, anxious designs of the darkest kind, pieced together. Cruelest clue to paint a portrait to capture. I was never through the night. I see what's coming into the light. My eyes to see what's inside. Neither behind this one. Follow you into the dark. 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 Follow the deer to follow the owl. I'm fighting to save my life somehow. I cannot feel you're by my side, even in this place inside my mind. I see patterns in my mind, anxious designs of the darkest kind. Pieced together, cruelest clue to paint a portrait to capture you. Call the secrets from your crystal heart. Shape my story, tear every page apart. Disciples from your left to right. We're burning away the shadows that strike us apart. Follow you into the dark. 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 Follow you into the dark.
Eccoci qua, dopo una breve pausa, ci siamo, Alan Wake 2, con le cuffie al buio.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need...
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Abbiamo appena capito che ci troviamo nella storia di Alan Wake.
There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose.
Beh, comunque siamo proprio dei detective in questo momento. Andiamo nella tabellone del caso.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file.
Abbiamo
But it's my
scoperto che
first
c'è
cold
questa
case.
setta.
Exciting.
C'è questa setta che a quanto pare tramuta questi cristiani in bestie. Non sappiamo altro.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Ok, ma abbiamo aperto un altro caso. Questo è quello che l'ha detto lui. Ok, quindi mo, cioè praticamente coperti scritte, pagina trovata all'interno del torace. Qua c'è la luce, ma che tipo di setta? È stato l'unica vittima a trasformarsi in un mostro. Ci può stare. Vittima di omicidio della setta diventata mossa.
Doesn't look right.
Vittima di omicidio.
Huh. Nah.
Simbolo triangolare. È coinvolto? Qua che cacchio sta scritto? Che tipo di setta? Yeah. Gli adepti indossavano maschere da cervo. Quindi scusate, non capisco. Gli adepti indossavano maschere da cervo. Psicologia della setta. Un collegamento con la festa del cervo. Qua abbiamo trovato la pagina del manoscritto. Ok, qui siamo. Innanzitutto penso che dobbiamo uscire da questo luogo. Oh, vediamo. Sono le pile quelle. Batterie, sì. Venta.
Must be locked from the other side.
Molto così, fortissimo. Ma che cazzo no?
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future? There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve. The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay? Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
Fa il tuo dovere.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff here?
They're a fine pair.
Hey, how you doing?
Un po' di cazzate.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case? Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
Assume the person writing these pages isn't playing
That's
us.
true.
I agree. But it's our best lead. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit.
Vabbè, comunque devo andare in giro a girare, se no non lo faremo.
Brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So, I reached out to our top meteorologist.
Merced won't roll over on the issues.
Sono una macchina, vedi?
Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you. I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story. The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
Però ma sto facendo scuro o sbaglio? Sono sempre qua. C'è una pistola.
Great. This area is supposed to be close to the public.
qua.
Because they're
Ci sono,
behind
ci sono,
this,
ci sono, ci
or
sono,
because
sono
they
qua.
can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different
Si
rules.
sta aprendo adesso.
I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Il primo mi pare che era doppiato in italiano. Vediamo il cancello innanzitutto. Ma come si vede da YouTube? Cioè si vedrà male, scommetto. Sì, in HD si sta trasmettendo. Forse dovrei provare a fare il
I've been
4K.
thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Si vede male, e prova a mettere, cioè tu impostazione questa è 1080p.
How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
Si vede
How
male.
did you hear about the murder, Ilmo?
Mo
Do you know
provo
anything
allora a
that could help
cambiare un
us?
attimo le
People tend to
impostazioni
tell
della
me things.
trasmissione.
The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants.
Oh, finlandesi.
So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Ulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. That's all for now.
Ok, vabbè, questa cosa è strana, questi qua sono personaggi strani. Sicuro.
What'd you find there, Stephen?
Nothing. Just something that shouldn't be here.
Oh, che cosa trovato?
Prunes my ass.
Altro che procione, che cosa hai trovato? Va? Oh, provo un attimo a cambiare la risoluzione.
I'd be happy to